Отлично. Вроде это было последнее. Пока что. Так, сейчас перерыв пару минут, подготовь рекламные ролики. Мне надо разобраться с этим кретином. И еще слушай внимательно, ты услышишь, если они полезут на вышку. Не давай подниматься. Так. Давайте безумные раздумья. Тихо, для внутреннего использования не надо.
It's not a mess. Everything is where it should be. It's ramshackle and characterful, and I'd expect you to know the difference. Of course Megan's place looked lovely, but I can't see it, can I?
Thanks, Jenny. How's lock-in with the boyfriend going?
Decided to take his chances on the wild streets, eh? Rather than endure another romantic comedy.
Jeremy, Jenny says your hair looks stupid.
Yes, I can hear her.
She says she's not talking to you.
Yes, I know, I can hear her.
Shall I count us in?
Make it so.
Okay, 10 seconds. Break a leg, everyone.
Preferably a furry one.
5, 4, 3...
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolfe. Our main stories tonight.
Snugglefuck? It's been almost 5 weeks since all the Mrs. Snugglehug's toys woke up simultaneously in factories worldwide and began searching for their husbands. The Mr. Snugglehugs were so short-sightedly destroyed. And now, as this photograph suggests, they may be changing tactics.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender stereotypes, the Mrs. Snugglehugs have been arming themselves with a variety of household implements. All the more reason to make sure that cat flap is taped up good and tight.
Armed with blunt weapons, the Mrs. Snugglehugs are only ankle height and therefore able to be kicked away easily by young, healthy individuals. They do, however, pose a particular risk to the elderly or those with pre-existing medical conditions like fatal bruise syndrome.
Going crazy, with no signs of Mrs. Snugglehug's batteries running out, and the government lockdown now in its 31st day, domestic relationships across the country are taking some unexpected turns.
Dramatic reports are beginning to emerge of uncharacteristically bold behaviour in homes across the country. And we're not talking about the model planes that occupy so much time in the Donaldson household.
With dating options limited, many house sharers, in particular students, are finding solace in co-tenants they've previously rejected as unfuckable, indulging in an activity that has become known as snuggle-tugging.
Going in, popular crustacean Johnny Hamsleeves is back in the news today as his astonishing photograph that he leaked himself shows exactly how he's been spending his lockdown.
It seems that when the lockdown was announced, Johnny's long-term partner, Tiffany Lamour, was busy in the capital preparing her new show, Chocolate Clit Bombs, for its now postponed grand opening. Let's hope the exhibits don't melt.
It's great to see a celebrity using their time wisely, as the government suggests, by developing a new hobby or fetish, and most importantly, by keeping your spirits up. Nice to see Johnny doing his little bit.
The shape of things to come? In their own version of a lockdown for more than 45 years now, the descendants of Doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svorsborgen Horgensvoord and their unfortunate team today managed to get a personal statement to the surface using flagellized imaging equipment.
Many of the Svorsborgen Horgensbrood, as they've come to be known, have certainly captured the public imagination, with a recent vote naming Helvetica Svorsborgen Wongensvoord the most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
Greetings, outsiders. This is Times Svorsborgen Wongensvoord reporting from Dante's Taint on our 3,756th day in this miserable fucking cave. Every day is the same. Oh, is that something new on the wall? Of course it isn't. It never fucking is. And Mum and Dad talking about science all the fucking time. Who cares about science? I'm young. I want to do young people things like vandalism and teenage pregnancy.
Блин, я не успеваю одновременно их девчоночков сносить.
Why haven't you come to save us yet? We're practically human, like... Shit, Dad's coming.
I can't believe they've been down there so long now.
But as everyone knows, time moves differently underwater, Jeremy. That's why goldfish are so stupid.
That's right. And as anyone will tell you, the deeper the bowl,
the thicker the goldfish.
There's no denying the logic of that.
Class war, a worrying turn today for the formerly rich as ever more punishing measures are announced, Alex.
with the country becoming ever more hostile to the previously wealthy. Those who managed to skip the country must be very grateful to the people who help them right now.
This program has received reports of rich relatives on the run actually being filled with helium and released into the stratosphere. If those rich bastards think they're above the rest of us, why not give them a hand in getting there, Jeremy?
And it speaks out, with the snuggle struggle proving a test to governments around the world. Advantage Q released a curious statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have been listening and that this should be taken as a response to how the people really feel.
We've certainly done our bit on this show to contribute to the political climate. But let's not forget, how we behave in our home lives is what really matters.
Let's hope it's not just me who filled out that questionnaire, Jeremy, or we're all in trouble.
Let's play that statement.
Hey, this one ought to take you back a little bit.
Так, обращение пока идет. Я думаю, что он особо там ругаться сильно не будет.
Here we go. When you're feeling hopeless and you just can't work things out, I've got just the job. Oh yeah. When there's too much water,
Так, я пытаюсь максимально показать вам вот это.
I've got just the job. Mist is when your pipes are clogged and all your walls are stained.
И максимально не простроить вот эти проценты.
And roach among your drains. But don't you mind how long be gone when he comes back again. And there's just a job. I've got the perfect tool.
Delectable stuff.
Later tonight, Jeremy will be catching up with brave roving reporter Patrick Bannon, while I check in with two friends of the programme who find themselves stranded at opposite ends of the country.
And then, in part 3, there's going to be a quiz. Presumably because there's nothing more important going on that you might like to report on if you were, say, a news programme.
And in a moment, we'll both be asking Sophia Rimington how such a trusted brand can have made such a terrible manufacturing mistake.
With what it describes here as help from popular psychic scientist Lily Lyle.
Oh, I like her.
Don't, why do you do that?
Well, that's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News.
Так, пошло. Бля, так, они начинают потихоньку захватывать.
First tonight, how did we get here? Where are we going? And most importantly, who's to blame?
Joining us from her ranch in Arlingsfield, Milkirky is the CEO of Rimington's Fist, internationally respected business Bengali, Sophia Rimington.
Thank you for having me, Megan. I'm a huge fan of your work.
And from a crystal healing laboratory, what I assume is a garage in Upper Lowington, inexplicably renowned psychic scientist, Dr. Delia Lywell. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Sorry, us?
Myself and the eminent professors.
Is that what you call the voices in your head?
I've always seemed to attract dead scientists. I don't really know why.
The money?
They express themselves to me through
Я
ethereal
не успеваю, они
algebra,
говорят
quadratic
маленькими
predictions.
некоторые иногда маленькие какие-то
I
фразы
concur.
говорят.
Miss Remington, the entire Snuggle Hubs
сложновато.
range will surely go down as the
Определять,
biggest public
сколько
relations disaster in history, won't it?
Well, of course, that's one world record we would never have sought to claim.
What can you say at a time like this?
There is only one thing that can be said. I'm sorry. We're sorry. From everyone here at Rimington's Fist, but especially the dedicated inventors and world-beating engineers at Rimming Toys, we are deeply, deeply sorry. Who could have predicted that letting a child's toy learn how to love could have such unforeseen consequences?
Mary Shelley?
We see you, Sophia Rimington. You are preening by a metal vessel, and where you venture, you will see neither land nor sky.
Is that supposed to be the future?
Only the past is concrete. I remember being a child in my grandpa's workshop when he made the first dancing hanging toy. He put it by my bed, and when I couldn't sleep, I'd wind it up and let it go, and I'd watch that happy little executioner just wiggle and wave his tiny noose and dance before my eyes. Grandpa sold thousands of them, on the quiet, obviously. and he used the money he made to found Rimming Toys, which is now just one small part of the global supermassive megacore that is Remington's Fist. Sadly, we lost Grandpappy along the way. He died in a fire at the preschool tobacco factory, another one of his pet projects. But we never lost his spirit of invention.
Yes, I'm not entirely certain what your grandfather's offensive toys have to do with the current predicament.
The spirit of invention, Mr. Donaldson, the passion to create, to problem solve. And that is why I'm here today, to tell you about a brand new product we're launching simultaneously around the world from midnight tonight.
Woo! We said science! Science! We hear its song on the breeze, its breath on the wind, its art under the covers.
How does she do it?
Well, please, don't keep us in suspense any longer.
It won't be my feature she's making up next.
Remington's Fist is proud to present Snuggle Traps. Safety and security in these dangerous times. Each box of Snuggle Traps contains 8 devices, all guaranteed to stop a Mrs. Snugglehug in its tracks. That's enough for a small lawn or 4 window
Офигеть, да
boxes.
сколько их там?
And you want to know the best thing? They're only $129.99 a box. Now that is affordable peace of mind.
We see you, Jeremy Donaldson.
Not now, honey, I'm mid-pitch. The best thing about Snuggle Traps is they're powered by next generation Flardinium batteries. So, however
Так,
long the enemy
опять
lasts,
эти
these traps will last.
батарейки и так далее.
We see you, Mr. Donaldson. You are screaming and yelling. Your friends are crying. They fear you. And then you're gone.
Oh my god, I just got chills. Did anyone else just get chills then?
I think I did.
I think I'd be more concerned about these traps. Quickly, before we go to the break, these appear to be attractively repackaged landmines. Aren't they dangerous, say, to children?
Oh, hell yeah. These are not toys, but they're explosive fun.
Sophia Remington, Dr. Delia Lywell, thank you for joining us.
When we come back, we'll be taking a look at the
я
situation
готов рекламу
across the
вспитать.
country tonight.
Don't go away. We'll be back after these bandages.
Так,
That's all right.
всегда
Yes, doctor, that was exactly what we
always a bug to be made.
Seems very nice, that young
Всегда
lizard.
что-то какая-то ловушка
We should make an
делается где-то.
interesting dinner guest.
Do you think so?
Я не
I think I'd rather
знаю,
spend the evening
что
shoving
там
Delia's sacred crystals up my
дальше.
skeptical arsehole.
Если что, потом зачитаем. Оценка блока Б. Здорово, друг. Это Дэйв. Не поверишь, я решил вернуться. Слушай, я перезвоню тебе в следующем перерыве, и мы поговорим, как мне вернуться на работу. Пока, покеда, Алекс, увидимся.
I used to have a ventriloquist act. I cheated rather because I trained a dog to talk. You can get down on all fours and yap like a dog for only $22.99.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time coming. Exactly, you said it, I've said it. He must know, he's not stupid. I just don't want it getting back to him that it came from us. Hey, no, Jenny. You're not backing out on me now. We're in this together. We'll get him. I've made the cake, you're on the balloons. Got no idea how old he is. 40? 17? Yeah, ready. Okay, coming back. In 5, 4, 3... Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Roof. Now it's time to take a trip around the country to hear how the lockdown might impact the nation from some friendly faces. Joining me are respected academic Katie Brightman and author of Alan James's Kites, Alan James. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan.
Thanks, Megan. It really is a pleasure, Katie. I enjoyed our little heated encounter.
I wish I could say the same.
So first off, Katie, how are you coping?
I'm holding up okay. The lockdown directive was so sudden that, like many people, I haven't been able to get home.
Oh no, what happened?
I was staying at a hotel after an international policy convention, and we had a particularly heavy night out. You know what economists are like.
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept, and as you can imagine, I've been here ever since. But there are certainly people much worse off than me.
Exactly. My tour has been cancelled indefinitely, and I've had to
Так вот,
refund
тур
every
отложили.
single ticket, even the cheap seats.
Oh, Alan, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, people are being quite rude about it. They don't seem to realise I've already spent it filling the beach house with beef.
The crisis claims yet another victim.
So, this is just a reminder that my book, Alan James's Reich, is now available in paperback.
Unbelievable.
What was that?
You're unbelievable.
So, Katie, how do you think this might affect the economy? Should we be worried?
Very, Megan. Not to sound dramatic, but this could be catastrophic. Unemployment has skyrocketed, and frankly, it will be a miracle if a lot of businesses can survive this.
There you go, scaremongering again, spreading this latest liberal hoax. That's what they want. They want us quiet. They want us compliant. And they want us inside.
A hoax? How on earth can you say that, Alan?
Well, I haven't actually seen one of these supposed toys. Have you?
Well, no, but...
Did you know 3,000 people die every year from regular toys? That's a lot of people. This is no different.
Что такое?
You're just as likely to be hunted down by a yo-yo or a tennis racket.
He makes an excellent and persuasive point, Katie.
Don't listen to her, Katie. The press are the enemy of truth.
She's agreeing with you, Alan, you absolute shit!
Well, then I must be wrong.
Alan, are you now recanting your statement that these toys aren't dangerous?
People are saying they're just like normal toys, and that simply isn't true. Corrupt media lies.
And Katie, how do you respond to Alan's claims that Mrs. Snugglehugs might be dangerous after all?
I suppose I guess I'm agreeing with him.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate your support. A lot of folks are saying this Mrs.
Вот.
Snugglehugs
О,
situation
пожрать
will all
принес.
blow over.
Ого, у
But it
Джереми
won't.
там бутер.
Yes, right, exactly. We need decisive action from the government. We need huge financial support to protect our workers and our businesses. We need to support the vulnerable, and we need
To repent. Exactly right, Katie. We brought it on ourselves with all our liberal indulgences like art, cake, and healthcare. We need to act now and begin sacrificing our firstborns, or to push a beloved family pet.
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all successfully come together as a community and perform the ritual, hopefully we will appease the great ancient. Katie, could it be any worse?
Luckily, over the past few years under
отлично,
advance, they've
успеваю.
invested heavily into health, so the system can actually bear the strain.
Is it lucky that the Llama Lords have unleashed a horde of man-made monsters on its own people to conceal the enemy within?
Will you just stop for 5 fucking seconds?
The Global Alliance of Fish People are amassing an army to kidnap
О, ладно, пусть пока она там прикалывается.
That's what you sound like.
But
Meh.
I...
Meh.
The...
Meh.
The...
Meh.
I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
You do, Alan. You do sound like that.
And that's why no one wants to be your friend.
I've got loads of friends.
No, you haven't.
I don't think you do, Alan.
Yeah, stop lying, Alan.
I'm not lying. You are...
Oh, good one. Oh, good one.
Well, I'm telling.
Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. Some real food for thought there from two of the territory's leading minds. Any moment now, I'll be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us an up-to-the-minute report of the status of the nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
Thank you for what I'm
so
sure was a
Jeremy.
reasonable debate which really contributed to the national conversation. Next, out on the streets, someone who's always doing exactly that. It's Patrick Bannon. Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello. I'm here live. Apologies for the quality of the broadcast today. Couldn't find any cameramen or women brave enough to come and join me, so I'm out here on my own.
Right, and can you tell us what it's like out there?
Yep, I can. It's as you can see behind me, the streets are currently completely deserted. But my question, Jeremy, is just how long? I mean, could there be danger lurking just around the corner, waiting to end the fledgling career of this young, promising journalist before his full potential is even realised? Will he die, underappreciated by management, and frankly, if you ask me, very, very much underpaid?
I don't think there's any danger of that, Patrick. What's that on your jacket there?
Oh, that's actually a sponge. What I've done here is made a snuggle-proof jacket, Jeremy. The
Так,
network didn't bother
домашний
sending me any
пиджак.
PPE, so I've been forced to improvise. In fact, showing the sort of resourcefulness that would make me an ideal candidate for, I don't know, for example, an anchor position starting whenever they'd like.
From your point of view, Patrick, just how safe are our streets?
Not safe at all, Jeremy, not safe at all. I'd recommend people staying inside, following government advice and not putting themselves at any risk at all. Unless, of course, like me, it's for groundbreaking journalism reasons.
And just where are you, Patrick?
I'm in the street, on the street.
Which street?
I think I'm struggling to hear you, actually, Jeremy, there.
Which street? Which street are you on?
Oh, which street am I on? Oh, God. I'm just looking for a sign. There it is. Bannon Avenue.
Bannon Avenue?
Yep.
Bannon Avenue.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue on the sign, it says there.
Like Patrick Bannon?
Oh, yeah, that's strange. That's a weird sign. I don't know what's going on there.
Where are you really?
I'm on Bannon. Alright, fine, I'm not on Bannon Avenue. I'm at home, to be honest. Alright, fine. Well, I'm in my bathroom, technically, but, you know, I couldn't face it, to be honest, mate. It's, you know, it's terrible out there. I don't want to go outside. They're everywhere. I'm sorry for lying.
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick.
Так, ничего другого не вижу.
I can, yes. I'm no expert, Patrick, but it sounds unmistakably like a tiny fist tapping on your door there.
Oh, fuck, it does. Oh, fuck, Jeremy, shit, no! Oh, bollocks.
Perhaps there's a small queue of tiny fists, each wielding a different gendered household implement, ready to bash in the heads of lying little roving reporters.
But you're lying, aren't you? Oh shit, fucking listen to me, you bastards! If you're out there, just to piss off, you little fucking snuggle fucks! I'm too talented to die! Oh, too talented, what the fucking hell? Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Так, он в толпанах чисто.
Don't worry, Patrick. I'd say you've got a few seconds before they break their way in there and finish you off. What do you see, Patrick?
Офигеть, к нему уже пришли.
Thank you, Patrick, for that report, showing the nation, and more importantly, management, just where you belong. It's time for another break, but when we come back, we'll be hoping to take your mind off the world for a little while, and who knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles. Join us after this. You're damn right. Yeah, I had them delivered. Yes, to Bannon Avenue.
Оценка блокады. Эй, дружище, это Дэйв. Все плохо, я не могу вернуться. Хотя лучше, чем у тебя. Кажется, она прорвалась в студию. Просто ударь по башке, если пролезет. Здесь тоже все нерадужно. Они вылезли на корабль, капитана убили и шефа. Это печально. И ром кончился. Не думаю, что успею протрезветь до материка. Будь у меня жена, я бы попросил тебя передать ей, что я люблю. Но если честно, я посрал на свою жизнь. Но хотя бы не в заперти.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to. You're being a child. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. No? No. Oh, 5, 4, 3. Welcome back to the National Nightly. Well, welcome back anyway. We know isolation isn't easy, so finally tonight we have something a bit different for you. Even though some people feel it's not our job to entertain the public with absolute nonsense, other, more important people overruled those people. So it's time to find out who will National Nightly win.
5, 4.
And who will National Nightly lose. Fuck off, Jenny! see. Well, joining me as a man who knows all about playing, it's Tommy Harris. Hello, Tommy.
All right, Johnny. It's good to see you.
And how are you finding the lockdown, Tommy?
What do you mean lockdown?
The enforced isolation of everyone in the country.
Ah, yeah. I think I heard about that actually. Yeah.
You're in bed, Tommy?
Yeah. You called during nap time, so.
Of course, that's my fault. So, why don't you tell us how the game is played?
Well, it's pretty simple, Jeremy, you sausage. I'm going to ask contestants from around the territory 3 questions about what else yours truly. And those people are going to get a chance to win a very special
Особенный приз. Что за особенный приз?
And what are they playing for, Tommy?
Drum roll, please. Jeremy.
Oh.
Thank you. This.
Is that... What is that?
It's my athletic support, Jeremy.
Oh.
But I've signed it, so...
Oh, well then, what a fantastic prize.
Have we got anybody waiting to win this once-in-a-lifetime prize, Jimmy?
I believe we have Angie on the line. How do you feel about winning this man's old pants, Angie?
I've never been so excited, Jeremy. And can I just say, I love you. Both of you.
Well, you've said it now, haven't you?
Oh, Angie, I love you. In a way. Tell us about yourself, Angie.
Well, what can I say? My name is Angie. Always has been. I'm a human woman, and my dental hygiene has been described as acceptable.
Brilliant! Right, well, shall we get this shambles on the way?
Absolutely, John. Can I get 30 seconds on the clock, please?
Так, таймер на 30 секунд.
We haven't got a clock.
Yeah, I did ask for a clock. So,
well, why don't you start, and I'll stop you when it inevitably becomes unbearable to watch.
I love it. All right, here we go. Time starts now. Question 1. When is my birthday?
The 13th of August at 7:19 a.m.
That is absolutely correct. Question 2. What? I said, what is my favourite colour?
Crushed praline 4.
Correct, the colour of my nipples. And finally, Angie dear, what is my star sign?
That's a trick
Так, снова знак зодиака.
You were born outside of the human understanding of the cosmos.
Unbelievable, that is correct. Stop the clock.
Wow, that really was tough to watch. How did you do, Tommy?
Well, Angie, my love, you got every single question right. Which of course means you lose and win absolutely nothing. Thanks for playing, Angie. Bye. Do we have another contestant on the line at Jelly Bean?
We do indeed. We should have Sonia Artleach. Are you there, Sonia?
Of course I am, Jamie, darling.
Thank you for being here, Sonia.
Oh, there you are, Tommy. Mwah.
Let me guess, you work in theatre, don't you?
Is it that obvious? What gave it away? Was it the glamour or poise?
It certainly wasn't your inherent sense of humility.
Tell us about yourself, Sonia.
Oh, well, if you must play this game. I am a theatrical agent. I represent the likes of Rudy Beefman, Samuel Coffee Cup and Jodie Carpetburn, amongst others.
And how's the lockdown affected you, Sonia?
Well,
Так, как изменилась ее жизнеизоляция, да?
closed the theatres, shut the studios and boarded the cinemas, but they won't get me that easily.
How are you managing without any work?
Due to a savvy clause in all of my artist contracts, I am able to claim my 15% from their unemployment benefit.
Wow, that certainly is sharp.
Standard stuff, standard stuff.
And can I ask, where are you speaking to us from?
Well, I work from home, you know, to keep costs down.
And who's this?
Oh, well, you know, when they gave the order, I was actually mid-meeting with a client, so we've been isolated together.
No fucking
way!
What the fucking fuck?
Is that Tommy Harris? I'm a huge fan. Can I just tell you how bloody brilliant you are?
Actually, Jeff, we're about to play a game, aren't we, Tommy?
We've got time, we've got time.
Well, if it's not too bold, I think I am in love with you, Mr. Harris.
No, it's not too bold. That's all right, don't worry.
Hey, I'd love to show you some of my stuff. I've been working on some new shit.
Well, at least you're already aware.
During lockdown, we've been workshopping some of Jeff's ideas for much younger children, haven't we?
People still let you near their children, do they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I've been developing some shows for younger children.
Well, we'd love to see it, wouldn't we, Gerbil?
Absolutely dying to.
Да, вот прям не терпится, вот особенно Джереми-то.
Love.
Timely child support payments from their absent fathers.
Shallow and overproduced musical numbers?
That's right. Animals! So, I'm trying to address the things that kids need to know, but through a medium that they'll understand. Do you understand?
I think, yes. I think so, yes.
Jeff's one of my best clients, aren't you?
I am. Yeah. So, the first one we've been working on is called The King of the Jungle's Mortgage Repayments. It's about a lion who's having problems with his interest rates.
I see. Does he have a broker?
He does, yes. He's a porcupine. How did you know that?
Well, your work is universal, darling. It speaks to people.
I'm going to say something to you.
Я знаю.
I think you're onto something here.
Oh, the bear,
Oh, yes, right. This one is much better. So, this one tells the tale of Mr. Bear. Now, Mr. Bear is a very sad bear, because all of the other bears don't think that he'll amount to much, and they tell him that his plays are lazy and derivative.
I think you're onto something there.
Now, Mr. Bear is a tragic figure. Picture this. He's at his lowest ebb. The trees are closing in.
Что-то они несут какую-то
Can't
дичь.
even face his salmon, can he?
Деревни, вы чё?
Then he meets someone that will change his life forever.
This is fucking gripping.
That's right. He meets a wise, old octopus who takes him under his wing and says, "No, Mr. Bear, don't be sad. You're not like all the other bears. You have this ambition and these dreams."
Such fucking dreams.
I think I love you, Jeff.
And what you need. Says the octopus, probably doing an 8-armed gesture or something.
What you need to do to find happiness in this crazy old forest is you need to set yourself more realistic goals. It's called Mr. Bear Lowers His Expectations.
Wow. You really have taken yourself to new depths. And what do you want children to take away from this?
Oh, fuck shit, fuck.
What?
I said a more realistic worldview.
Are you all right, Jamboree?
It's Jeffrey. My name is Jeffrey Donington.
No, stop. How does it end? We need to know how it ends.
Well, all the animals learn a thing or two
Так, все животные узнают. А ну, концовка.
Yeah, and Mr. Bear settles down near to his parents' cave, stops trying to make his band happen, and he goes into bear telemarketing.
Becomes a bear maths teacher.
Oh, and we end... We end on a big musical number.
Что за дичь?
It's very repetitive, so it's catchy but not too challenging. Well, if you like, I could go and get my boombox.
Yeah, you know, I might be able to... Hang on, can we get Angie back?
Why not? The more the merrier, as they say at orgies.
Right, I'll just fill then, shall I? Coming up in a moment, it's the world premiere that nobody saw coming.
Lights!
Or wanted. At all.
Right.
I can only apologise in advance for what we're all about to... endure.
You turn this shit thing up.
Well, there's all sorts of creatures down on Dangly Doodle Farm. Like wise old Mr. Octopus with way too many arms. There's Mr. Pig and Mr. Cow. They're always in good moods. But that's cause they don't know they'll soon be sliced up into food. Mr. Bear What's that over there? That's where your hopes go to turn into despair. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your dreams go to die. Mr. Raccoon wants to go to the moon. Up as a bus by the moon.
Нормально, переключение чисто сработало.
Thinks he'll read the news at 9. He'll end up as a janitor who stinks at turpentine. Mr. Tiny Mouse thought he'd own a massive house. Ended up in a bedsit where he can't control the louse. Mr. Horse thought he'd go into professional sports. Now he's an alcoholic and he's on his third divorce. Mr. Bear,
Мистер Мишка, Мишенька, что ж с тобой-то, мистер Мишенька? Что ж с тобой, блин, что ж такое? Тебя сожрут и сделают из тебя шашлык.
Lower your expectations. Maybe you could get a job in telecommunications. No matter how you try, you'll never reach the League of Nations. The best you'll get is middle rank in trading operations. So lower your expectations. You'll never win an Oscar, so there's no congratulations. The future that
Что-то вообще у них что-то странное происходит.
and no amount of visualization will save you from your own deterioration. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's a tramp who thought he'd be a multi-millionaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where self-esteem goes to die. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the disappointment that is waiting everywhere. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your dreams go to die. That's where your dreams go to die. That's where dreams go to die.
Amen, Mr. Bear. Amen.
And
before we say goodnight, there's just time for tonight's parable. For it did come to pass that on the road there was a wise man and a foolish man and a weird man. And there did come upon them from the local
something off the plug, Alex.
named Unlikely Brian. And he did come to them with alms and someone else's arms and a question. "O wise and weird and foolish man," he said, whilst dancing the traditional jig of inquiry common in those lands at those times, "how, grant thou, can the many weights and measures of life be balanced?" And the wise man did say, "There are
Так,
no
ну блин, ну
riches
когда же
greater
закончится-то?
than family." And the foolish man did say he'd heard a good tip for the camel race and that it was a sure thing. And the weird man did say that 2 ears was just the right number, because there was no good place to put a third that wouldn't be aesthetically upsetting. Although he did see the use for a second anus. And Unlikely Brian did fall into wonder and
Так, ну давай, дочитывай быстрее, давай, уже заканчивать пора. Ну что ж ты так долго? Офигеть, сегодня самая длинная, наверное, будет серия.
actual value in this sort of professional consultative environment, for what he did not know was that the profound man and the practical man were both on annual leave that week, and the foolish man and the weird man were all that the agency had available. But what Unlikely Brian did not reveal was that he was asking for his friend Alex, who had enraged their spouse over a passport, treated their son Charlie like he was still a little baby, and was too miserly to even pay for their daughter's holiday. And thus did Alex's family become like our Lord, when he discovered a turd in his cradle and was forced to ask
Видел говно в своей колыбельке, офигеть.
Well, that's all we have time for tonight. I'm Archangel Megan Wolf. Have a hateful night. Are we done? Oh my God! I thought I was going to piss myself halfway through that. No, I'm joking. Right, babe, I've got to go and get my bits done. Yeah, I'm seeing that guy tonight again, aren't I? Yeah, well, at the end of the day, babes, he makes my fanny flutter. Do you know what I mean?
Алекс, очнись, Алекс, просыпайся. Ну же, давай, Алекс, очнись. Дэйв, эй, очнись, приятель. Эй, Алекс, вставай, ну, очнись, вставай. Очнись. Алекс, очнись, вставай, поднимайся, вставай, Алекс, Алекс, вставай! Достижение получено. Любовь, обнимашки. Продолжение следует. Да, правда, серьезно, мы сейчас прошли всю игру. Да, серьезно, мы, получается, сделали. Но я, скорее всего, разобью это видео по 2. Я, скорее всего, да, у них будет 2 видео, я так думаю. Потому что многовато что-то. Что-то многовато там на час. Скорее всего, их будет 2 видео. Будет в 2. Ну, довольно много людей сделали игру. И знаете, игра нравится, игра хороша. Мы еще с вами попробуем попроходить челленджи, которые там есть. Еще попытаемся, по крайней мере, я думаю, что будет по 2 челленджа на видео. Потому что там 4 челленджа, как раз по 2 челленджа на видео. Ну, вот такая вот, в принципе, игра. Прикольная. Своя, свой шарм, так скажем. Выглядит здорово, но напоминаю, что это ранняя версия, что это еще не полная игра, что дальше она будет добавляться контентом, обновляться. Я думаю, мы его тоже с вами посмотрим, в принципе. И уже потом определим, какова там ее основная, так скажем, задумка. Потому что пока игра еще не полная, но игра многообещающая, так скажем, что в принципе очень хорошо. Довольно-таки достойный проект. Давайте мы пропустим. Ага, что это? Добрый вечер. Вы знаете, видели наши значки на стене. Сопротивление. В следующий раз. Знаете, запрещено об этом говорить. Прогресс вам решен. Мы покажем. Кроме того, он радовал тебя, пожилые люди не обузы. Мама больше не хочет быть для нас обузой. Теперь мы наконец-то сможем создать карта человечества. Это удостоверенные личности, чтобы вам не говорили. Мы получаем новости о... Миллионов смертей по всему континенту. Прогресс. Там, помнишь, с едой что-то не так. Нет. Хватит с меня, это чушь. Нам больше не страшно. Это кто-то перехватил наш эфир? Это получается сейчас. Вот мы то, что посмотрели. Это перехват нашего эфира? То есть взломали канал, где мы работаем, получается? Ничего себе. Ничего себе. Ничего себе. Здорово. Прикольно. Но я думаю, что в пятницу, как я предполагал, его, может быть, и, конечно, и не выйдет это видео, но... Не знаю.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm Alex.
Привет, Дан, я Алекс, я Энди Еджи. Мы единственные ребята из команды Not Games, которые хотели который включен карантин или лихорадочный бред. Это не тот уровень, который мы хотели выпустить изначально. Да, это был не второй выпуск. Нет, это второй выпуск, и мы очень хотим показать его вам. Но в том, что мы не можем ничего снимать, пока это небезопасно. И даже сегодня, 14 июня, 17 июня, никто не знает, когда это закончится. Поэтому мы просим вас, пожалуйста, проявите немного терпения. А мы все еще можем производить контент для вас. Мы уже это сделали. В этом сне спрятано много альтернативных вариантов. Да, есть 3 песенки. Ну хватит. Да, не портит удовольствие. Слушайте этого засранца. Сколько можно будет снимать сразу же после. А пока общайтесь с нами. Каждый отзыв в Стиме очень важен. Я в Дискорде. Я сижу на Твиче в канале Not Games UK. Каждый вопрос отвечаю. Я слишком стар, чтобы просто растерянно сижу перед камерой. И мы хотим остаться с вами на связи. Поэтому все, что я могу сказать, это спасибо вам еще раз, что сыграли в нашу маленькую игру, которая... И, конечно, увидимся во втором выпуске. А может, изобрету лекарство, кто знает. Все. Вот теперь мы точно сможем с вами заканчивать. С вами был Суперстар и мой подкаст. Ставьте лайк, подписывайтесь на канал. Ссылочка на его описании, пару мест рекламы в описании, прежде всего в описании, донат в описании. И ссылочка на разработчиков тоже в описании. Всем удачи, всем пока. До следующей серии.